We're driving cars on a Mars tonight. We're blasting up to the stars tonight. We wanna go, go. We wanna go, go.
Travelling is often considered good for the soul. It impacts our well-being, our personal growth, and overall happiness. It invites us to be fully present in the moment. As we explore new destinations, we become more attuned to our surroundings, immersing ourselves in the present experience. And who doesn't want to gain a deeper appreciation of the beauty and diversity of the world around us? On today's show, Tegan visits the stunning Milford Sound in New Zealand. And Andrew has a weekend getaway in Port Wollonga. But first, it's over to Themis, who's exploring the heritage of one of South Australia's most revered wineries.
The Penfolds McGill Estate Heritage Experience is a unique and prestigious wine tasting and tour offered by Penfolds, one of Australia's most renowned and iconic wineries.
Located in the foothills of Adelaide, Penfolds holds important historical and cultural value in the world of winemaking. Ever heard of Grange?
Penfolds was established right here over 175 years ago now in 1844. So this was only 6 years after settlement had even started here in South Australia, and it actually started with medicinal wines. Penfolds has been famous now for their ports and their sherries, perhaps more recreationally at this point, for almost a century. 1951 though, Grange makes its way onto the scene. Now that was the brainchild of Max Schubert, and really it's because of Grange that I think we're here today.
The highlight of the McGill Estate Heritage Experience is the wine tasting session, where you get to sample some of Penfolds' most prestigious wines.
So the Heritage Tour is an experience that we host daily at 10 o'clock. We start talking about the history of the estate. After that, we will go into the winery, have a little look at the winemaking side of things. So for people who don't necessarily have an understanding of that, it's a really interesting introduction to that production side of it. After we come down here to the tunnels to talk more about the history, we head back up into the cellar door for a hosted tasting where we have a look at a selection of our wines, usually whites and reds, to just put everything into context.
Thank you, mate.
Pleasure.
Well, Ollie, it's just ticked over 12. Tell me,
Now
what
it's
are we...
officially safe.
It is. What are we going to sample here?
So what we're looking at here is our bin 311. So this is, I guess in a lot of ways, what we might consider an entry-level Chardonnay, but that is by no means a derogatory statement on its quality.
I think what I like about this wine, it's got some lovely fruit, it's got some gentle acidity, and it's got that little bit of malolactic fermentation, which makes it a Chardonnay for those Chardonnay lovers, but not too much of a Chardonnay for those old Chardonnay lovers.
Agreed. So what we're going to be having a look at here is a 2020 vintage of the McGill Estate Shiraz.
Perfect. Why not? Well, we're at McGill Estate, so let's drink what the locals drink, I think.
It's quite an expression of place,
Yeah.
I think, in a lot of ways. It's the only continually produced single vineyard wine in the Penfolds portfolio, so it's quite unique, sourced exclusively from the vines here at McGill Estate, oddly enough.
Yes. It is complex, it's got tannin, it's got beautiful, rich fruit, dark fruit. But you can drink it now, or of course, you could put it down for a decade or two potentially.
Exactly.
And it will get even better.
10, 15, 20 years down the track, this can become an incredibly soft, expressive, and dark expression of Shiraz as well.
During the experience, you may have access to limited release and exclusive wines that are not widely available to the general public.
It's a great opportunity to interact with knowledgeable Penfolds staff and wine experts who provide in-depth information about the wine labels, the vineyards, and the winemaking techniques. Get online and check out the tours on offer. It's a great wintry thing to do.
time visiting the beautiful city of Melbourne, trust me, you have to come and stay here at QT Hotel. I've been fortunate to travel a lot, and this is by far one of the coolest and quirkiest hotels that I've ever had the opportunity to experience. The design is a perfect blend of retro chic and modern flair. The vibrant colours, funky patterns and stylish furniture give this place an electric vibe that is impossible to resist.
QT Melbourne is different from any other hotel because it's about our people, and it's a design-led hotel. So it's the way that you feel when you come in here and you're immersed in never wanting to leave. The beautiful blue stairwell is the first feature that you see, and that's really paying tribute to that Union's greatest cinema that it used to be before it was QT Hotels and Resorts. And it feels like you're walking into a cinema but onto a stage, and it really sets that scene for what you're going to experience for the rest of your stay. We've got lots of different feeling and signature pieces in our rooms. Each individual room was designed with a touch of different, a touch of quirk.
Here in my hot little hand, I've got the keys to the King's Corner Suite. The room's simply beautiful, so come and check it out.
Our King Corner Suite is really unique in that it has a bath in the bedroom on a platform. So as soon as you walk into that room, it feels so luxurious and different and like nothing you've ever seen anywhere else. We have the most beautiful rooftop in Melbourne. It's one of the largest. It has 185 people capacity. You can't get in here on a Friday and Saturday unless you're here nice and early. We have Pascal Bar and Grill, which is one of the signature restaurants in Melbourne, as well as our bar, which is, cocktails by night. It's for our guests, but it's also for our local community that love it.
Whether you're a fan of a classic cocktail, some fancy mixology creations, or a refreshing craft beer, they've got you well and truly covered up here at the rooftop at QT. How about this view?
My name is Tink. I'm the Director of Chaos here at QT Melbourne. Dexter is an almost 11-year-old Kelpie Border Collie. We call him the Happiness Coordinator. He sits next to guests and says hi to everybody. We always strive our best to make everyone's experience a little bit tailored, a little bit custom to what they're here for. Nothing ever is too big or too small for us to do, and we just want everyone to have a magical time.
QT Melbourne is based 133 Russell. You've got Burke Street just around the corner, huge Myer facility, David Jones, all of the luxury brands on your doorstep. And then the other direction, 5 minutes, is Collins Street, and we're at the Paris end. So you've got Louis Vuitton, your Chanel's, everything that anyone could ever want or need.
Fancy a holiday where you can fly over spectacular snow-capped mountains to view breathtaking scenery untouched by any human? Milford Sound in New Zealand is the place to go. And Tegan takes us there.
We are in Milford Sound, and tonight we are spending the night on this beautiful boat.
Welcome.
I'm in Queenstown and I am making my way to Milford Sound. Now, there are a number of different ways that you can get there. You can drive, get the bus, you can take a helicopter, which you can probably hear behind me, or you can get a scenic flight. So I am doing one of the 4 options. Come with me and let's go on a journey. This is one of my best friends, Kyle. He actually gifted me this punamu, and when we got to Milford Sound, he blessed it in the water. It was a very special moment.
When in Aotearoa, it's a very nice gift to give a friend, so...
It is.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Love you, sis. Oh, you're awesome.
I am so excited to spend the night on the water, on this baby, in between these mountains. Honestly, I can't put into words how incredible this place is. Flying in was spectacular. Snow-capped mountains and just so much land that has been untouched by any human. The rooms are super cozy, but you don't spend much time here. When you aren't exploring the boat and taking in the breathtaking scenery, you are off doing all sorts of activities. Kayaking, jumping in the freezing water and mingling with other guests, all before digging into a delicious buffet dinner. Your girl loves a buffet. Ben, this is a pretty incredible office. We stayed on this boat overnight. Can you tell us about the experience?
Yeah, so we load you guys around about 4 p.m. We'll go do a half cruise of the fjords and then we get to do some water activities. So we drop tender boats, kayaks, we get to explore Harrison's Cove, we get to see what penguins we can spot. We got some seals yesterday and we get to have a real good exploration.
And don't forget the dolphins.
Yeah, this morning we got some dolphins, which is incredible. And we get right out into the Tasman for a real adventurous experience. It's always good fun.
And it's just so incredible how vast and how big these fjords are.
Pretty much Maida Peak's the only one that's got a track that's going up it. Fiordland's one of the last untouched wildernesses in the modern world. So if you were to get to the top of any of these, probably the first person to get up there.
Kayaking is offered for everyone, and there are a few guides who take you out. And if you follow them, you get to learn all about the area. Such a cool experience. Like, that mountain over there has snow on it. When you get back, and if you're game, you can jump into the icy water. I would highly recommend doing this. It is thrilling. I mentioned there were a number of different ways to get to Milford Sound. Well, we're taking the bus back to Queenstown. We stopped numerous times to do small hikes, look at some waterfalls, and get food. It's not your normal boring bus ride. This one is full of adventure, information, and interesting places you see before arriving back in Queenstown.
Not nervous now. New Zealand has so much to offer, it's hard to know where to start. Nicole from RAA Travel has some ideas for us. When visiting New Zealand, pre-book your tours and experiences before you go. It can be busy all year round, but particularly October through to April. If you are going to visit Milford Sound, Tiana is a great base for you. If you're staying in Queenstown and you want to visit Milford Sound, you can do a day trip via coach. You will spend most of the day on a coach though, but you will see the beautiful scenery along the way. Otherwise, you can also catch a helicopter from Queenstown as well, which is just incredible. If you're looking to explore Milford Sound by foot, there are some great 3 to 4 day hiking treks that you can do that include your accommodation with little huts along the way and all your food as well. A lunchtime sailing on the Sound works really well because you've got plenty of time to get there in the morning and you're not rushed, and then you'll make it back to your base before sunset. If you don't have enough time to visit both islands in New Zealand, the North Island is really great for a city base. You've got beautiful wineries, the Bay of Islands to visit as well. Then the South Island is great for your adrenaline junkies, your water sports, your snow activities, and the gorgeous scenery.
Port Wollonga is a picturesque coastal town nestled on the stunning Fleurieu Peninsula in South Australia.
And for those who haven't been for a visit here yet, it's an easy 50-minute drive from Adelaide.
One of the main draws of Port Wollonga is its breathtaking coastline. The town boasts a long sandy beach with crystal clear waters.
It's a perfect destination for a weekend getaway, as there's some great places to stay, beautiful food to eat, and fun things to do.
If you're after a bit of luxury beachfront accommodation, then I reckon the jetty might suit you.
We've got 4 beautiful apartments here. They've been here for about 6 years. There's 2 upstairs apartments with amazing views right across the road from the Star of Greece restaurant. We have 2 upstairs studio apartments with king beds, beautifully appointed, and then we have 2 lower floor apartments, which are 2 bedrooms. Emily, who is the daughter of the owner, has done the interior design herself. It's got a lot of layers to it. During the winter months it feels cosy, and during the summer you really feel like you're just drawn to the beach, and you can sit here, glass of wine in hand, overlooking the beach.
It's been a while since I've been here at Port Wollonga, but one thing that has really changed is the Old Dingo Hotel. It's been renovated.
The Old Dingo Hotel was renovated in June 2021. We have a beautiful modern space now that takes in all of the old character of the original building, and our cellar has been exposed for the first time in nearly a century. The menu at the Old Dingo Hotel has a lot of the classic pub dishes that you'd come to expect, but some dishes with a bit of a modern twist. So our salt and pepper squid comes with a beautiful Asian salad. We have a prize-winning burger. We also have a pizza oven. Pizzas are available Wednesday through Sunday. We do all-day dining on Saturday and Sunday. We also have a specials board where the chefs get to really be creative and exercise their flair.
The food here is a few steps above your stock standard pub grub, and this spectacular piece right here won an award last year as the best burger in SA, and it's up for the same award in 2023. So let's have a crack.
Oh. And about 15 minutes away is McLaren Vale, one of Australia's premier wine regions. But what I truly love about this part of the world is this rugged coastline.
Blanche Point, or Gull Rock, is part of a walking trail that offers the most spectacular views. The trail's about 2.9 k's long. It starts just past the Star of Greece restaurant. It'll take you about 45 minutes. And the best part is, once you're done, you can reward yourself, guilt-free.
Well, we can all do with a guilt-free reward. I hope you've enjoyed today's show.